Debunking Prehistoric Myths in Modern Political Philosophy. Welcome to our exploration on the intricate interplay between history, philosophy, and ethics. Today, we delve into a fundamental question: are contemporary societies genuinely superior to those of our ancestors from 12,000 years ago? As we traverse through the rise of sovereign states and the system of private property, we examine whether these developments have universally enhanced human well-being. Let's transport ourselves back 12,000 years, a time before the emergence of formal states and private ownership. Early human societies were complex, characterized by diverse social structures and resource-sharing mechanisms. Fast forward to today, where institutions of state and private property dominate. While many argue these institutions symbolize progress, it is imperative to ask whether such advancements truly cater to the needs of all societal segments. Here, we encounter the philosophical concepts vital to this debate: the Lockean Proviso and the Hobbesian Hypothesis. Thomas Paine once articulated a principle suggesting that no one should be worse off in civilization than they would be in its absence. Robert Nozick extended this discourse through a proprietarian lens, positing that those disadvantaged by civilization are owed compensation. Two diverging paths emerge in the philosophical terrain: contractarianism and proprietarianism. Contractarians argue for social contracts that uphold mutual agreements for collective benefit. Proprietarians advocate for inherent rights to private resources. Both frameworks incorporate the Lockean Proviso as a linchpin, hinging on the mutual advantage principle to justify state and property systems. A rigorous examination of empirical claims forms the backbone of philosophic discourse. In contemporary theory, assertions about societal progress necessitate empirical validation. Yet, notably absent is a stringent scrutiny of such claims when applied to prehistoric assessments. For example, we must critically evaluate the assumption that the conditions within state societies inherently generate universal benefits. The Hobbesian hypothesis claims that individuals are better off under sovereign governance than in stateless societies. This assertion underpins modern political theory yet warrants critical analysis. Empirical scrutiny reveals deficiencies, particularly when juxtaposing conditions of the most disadvantaged within capitalist structures against historical stateless societies. Thus, this hypothesis reveals its fragility as an empirical myth. A false premise can propagate ethical misjudgments in political and economic architectures. If institutions fail those they claim to serve, a segment of society bearing the disadvantages, then the ethical foundations of such systems are undermined. This realization mandates a recalibration of how distributive justice is envisaged, potentially necessitating reforms that address inequities entrenched by historical misapprehensions. Anthropology provides fresh perspectives, disrupting long-held beliefs regarding prehistoric societies. Recent ethnographic studies showcase diverse social constructs that flourished in stateless environments. The myth of ubiquitous violence in such societies, often referred to as the strong violence hypothesis, has been systematically debunked, offering nuanced narratives that challenge outdated archetypes. In conclusion, today's discourse underscores the necessity of re-examining accepted narratives within political philosophy. The Lockean Proviso and Hobbesian Hypothesis serve as reminders that our societal constructs must not rest on unverified claims or historical myths. We must persist in seeking evidence-based frameworks that ensure justice and equity. I invite you to reflect on these insights and consider how philosophical and empirical rigor can together pave the path to a more equitable future. Thank you for joining this journey through time and thought. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more profound discussions. Until next time, keep questioning and exploring.